Good morning, students. Today we will learn about direct and inverse proportion, which is a chapter 13 in your textbook. So, first of all, we will see the kinds of proportion. Two types of proportion are there in your syllabus. One is known as direct proportion, and second is known as inverse proportion. Here it is written as indirect, but actually, in fact, it is inverse proportion. So these two types of proportion we have to see: direct and inverse proportion. What is proportion? Proportion means ratio, or when we compare between two quantities or variables or two different quantities, when we compare them, then that ratio is known as the proportion. So first of all, we'll see what is direct proportion. If the two variables change in the same sense, that is, if one increases, so does the other, means both the variables are increasing and increases or decreases in one quantity. It means if one quantity is increasing, then the second quantity also increasing, or if vice versa, if one quantity is decreasing, the second quantity also decreasing, then this type of proportion is known as direct proportion, in which the same condition is going on with the both the variables. Suppose one variable is x, we can say one quantity as a x. If is x is increasing, and then the y also increasing. If x is decreasing, then y also decreasing, then this type of proportion is direct proportion. So direct variation uses the following formula: x1 upon y1 equals to x2 upon y2. These are the representation of the quantities. We will consider the one quantity as x1. With x1, what is the given value is y1, and if the second quantity is represented by x2, then for that x2, what is the value of y2, that will be represented as y2, and the formula we will use: x1 divided by y1 equals to x2 divided by y2. Here x1 upon y1 and x2 upon y2, both the ratios are same. It happens in direct variation. For example, consider one example. If y varies directly as x, means as the x is increase or decrease, y will also increase or decrease. And if a y value is 10 and x, the value of x is 2.4, then now we have to find the value of x when y is 15. Means first of all, it is given that y is equals to 10, and for that y x is 2.4. Now we have to find the value of x when y is given, which is equals to 15. What x and y go together, what is going on here, we will see. So if y varies directly, if it is a question of the type directly, it means if y equals to 10 and x equals to 2.4, make these y1 and x1. Y will be represented as y1 and x will be represented as x1. So if y equals to 15, then we have to find x, means x will be x2, because first value will be represented as x1 and second value will be represented as x2. Then for that x2, y value will be y2. It means here y2 equals to 15 and we have to find the value of x2. So we will use the formula x1 upon y1 equals to x2 upon y2. On substituting these values, x1 in place of x1 2.4, for that x1 y1 is 10, so we will put 10, then equals to x2 we have to find when y value of y is 15, so in place of y2 we will put 15. So now after cross multiplying, we have to solve this. How we can solve this? So cross multiply and set equals 2.4 upon 10 equals to x2 upon 15. We are having this much ratio. Now after cross multiplication, 15 will go in the LHS, 10 will transpose in RHS, and with x2 10 will be multiplied 10x2, and in LHS 15 into 2.4 we will get like this: 10x2 equals to 2.4 into 15. Now 2.4 multiplied by 15, it is 36. Now for x2, 10 will transpose in RHS, it means in the denominator. Now 336 upon 10 means 3.6. In this way we get x2 equals to 3.6, means here ultimately we get the value of x2 3.6. Now inverse variation. When the two quantities varies inversely, it means if the one variable is increasing, the second is decreasing, or vice versa. If one is decreasing, then second is increasing. Opposite variation is going on here. One variable will increase, another variable will be decrease. That will be the inverse variation. For that we will use the formula to calculate the inverse. In the inverse variation, if we have to find the value of any one of these variable, we will use the formula x1 upon x1 into y1 equals to x2 into y2. It means here variables are multiplying, and in direct variation it was division. X1 upon y1 equals to x2 upon y2. Like this it was in direct variation. Now here in inverse, variables are multiplying. So consider one example. If y equals to 12 and x equals to 2, it means first value we will consider is a y1 equals to 12 and x1 equals to 2. So we will put the values of x1 and y1 in place of x1 2, in place of y1 place 12. It means x1 into y1 means 2 into 12, it comes 24, and in RHS x2 y2, so x2 is 8. Now we have to find, if x2 is 8, then find the value of y2. So on putting the value of x2 and y2, 8 y2, 12 2s are 24, 8 y2. Now 8 is transposed in RHS, it will be divided, 24 divided by 8, 8 3s are 24. So we get y2 equals to 3 here. Now you can see here, when y equals to 12, x was equals to 2. It means now we are taking x equals to 8, means we are increasing the value of x from 2 to 8. So if the value is increasing of x, then value of y is decreasing, because initially it was 12. Initially the value of y was 12, and now here we get y2 equals to 3, means from 12 to 3 it decrease. Here the value of x is increasing and value of y is decreasing. It means it is a inverse variation. One variable is increasing, another variable is decreasing. This is all about direct variation and inverse variation. All the best students. Now solve the exercise from your textbook. Two exercises are given. One is for direct proportion and second is for inverse proportion, or maybe the might be the mixing of the two variation, direct variation and inverse variation, in second exercise. So solve these both the exercise. All the best students.